Hey there, crafty peeps. It's Rhonda from Rhonda World 365. I'm back to show you another journal. This is the journal that I received from Kathleen Mower. I'm not sure how to pronounce her last name very well. From Junk Journal Junkies. The swap was the Steampunk swap, and I've received her journal, so I'm going to go ahead and go over that with you. And this is the one she made for me. Okay, so she used some sort of fabric to cover it, and it's beautiful. It is lightweight, so that's very strange, but beautiful. And actually, it's very, I mean, you can just tell it's really well made. She was very detailed. So she's got these, I'm not sure where she got them from. It kind of looks like it possibly could be a card or something, but it's the most beautiful little hot air balloons with the little wings. I love it. And it says vision across the middle of it. So it's kind of, or across the front of it. So maybe that's like the theme, vision, you know, of this journal. And like I said, this beautiful fabric covers the whole journal. And the latch, the closure, is a charm closure. There's several different little charms and baubles on it, little gears and cogs and whatnot. And they all are very adorable. I really think she put a lot of effort into this. It's just beautiful. So it unhooks like that. So that's how the closure works with this eyelet. The back of the front cover has this little tuck pocket with the trains. And then we've got this girl, and she was actually attached to the paper that this was in. And I went ahead and unattached her because I'm keeping her in with this journal. So she is the card that was given. So I'm going to keep her in with the journal. So I just placed her there. I'm not going to read you her notes to me because they're, you know, that's my note. But other than that, she did include a little note for me, and this says, "Life is a beautiful ride," and it's just a tag. And then we've got some scrap paper here for journaling. Whoops. Tucked right down behind that. It looks like she used some seam binding for some of her tags. The front page of this, there's a lot of journaling space into it, so I'm going to be able to go a little quickly. Look, she sewed this book page in here to create a pocket, and then it says Sarah, and then there's a stamp on here. It's a little bit collaged. Journaling card, journaling paper, if you will. And then this one, she's pinned down the one side, and the rest of it is like this. It says, "Encourage your hopes, not your fears." And she's got some of those quotes throughout. It's very neat looking. And it says, "The one end of General Gordon." The end of General Gordon. And then she's got this guy stamped onto here, and he's very dapper looking. Could be a steampunk guy, you never know. Maybe a steampunk captain. And then we've got this, and it looks like it was either printed on this paper, it could be a stamp. It says, "There is no grandeur in this view of life." Charles Darwin. And then on some of the pages, she's got this lace trim. This book just reminds me of old world. It's very, just very beautiful, very vintage looking. I love it. We've got a job work order paper here that she has distressed and inked. Then this little booklet she's created with the clock and a little paper inside, and that just tucks right over here. Like so. I think actually she had the paper in front too, so we'll do that. Tucks like that. This is a thicker piece, and then she's got lots of little pages in here for journaling. Looks like maybe it was from a book. Very neat. So that was the center of that signature. It's not what you look at that matters, it's what you see. with the person with the goggles. And we've got some cogs and gears for journaling card. We've got gears again. So these two journaling cards. And she's rounded all the corners and things like that for most of this. On this page of the work order, there's 2 hole punches, and she's tied this kind of burlappy ribbon. Again, a lot of, it's tea dye or coffee dye. It's beautiful. It's just gorgeous. And we've got this postcard that creates a pocket. Behind that is stamped some of these circular, maybe gears almost. Tea-dyed pattern paper. Flip that open. Again with a journaling space. Plenty of journaling space. A belly band that's collaged all the way down. How pretty is that? And we've got fold out space. Could be a tuck spot. I can put little paper clips in there. Put anything I want. Then this one, it's got a place for a date. We've got a little piece of fabric trim here. This is embossed, like an embossing impression. Adventure is waiting for those who dare to dream. So that that page has a stamp on it, or possibly, I think it's a stamp. I don't know. It might be just written on there. It's hard to say. She's done such a great job of blending, it's hard to say. This is the center of the second signature. She's made this little booklet with little pockets. So little pocket spots with a tag, kind of a crossword, says family, and then this celebrate today with the balloon. So those 3 cards, journaling cards, fit right down into this little pocket with all these little bicycles on them. Here we go with a envelope. Adventure awaits on this fabric. Now, this little paper clip pulls off, and this envelope actually creates its own little tuck spot. So the envelope is empty itself, but you can tuck stuff behind it, put stuff in it. It's got a stamp on it, and then when you place the paper clip on it, and I might alter that paper clip, I don't know. When you place the paper clip on it, it also becomes a tuck spot on the next page, which is incidentally bicycle paper page. So notes, more journaling space. There's a lot of journaling space in here. It's beautiful. It's very, I don't know, I just can't get over that. It's just very neat, very well made. I have a lot of issue on my own of, I love this look, but I'm not able to always hold back. I put a lot of stuff in mine. There's an embossed butterfly over here, which she has colored up on this side with possibly pan pastels. Collaged a tuck spot there. And then more journaling pages. This journaling page has another trim on it. These are all vintage lace trims. Very neat. We've got a collaged envelope here with the girl and then some gears, the clock, lantern, and she's got this butterfly that she has created a what do you call that, steampunk design out of. So then we've got a tag here that is double-ended and opens like so. And then we have behind it a tag. It's a shipping tag and it's collaged. And then she added some seam binding to that. So 2-tiered pocket there. Opens to what could be a tuck spot, journaling, extras, and more journaling pages here. Music and paper clip to create so that there's a place to tuck that card. The cuckoo is a clever bird. That's the music here. And this would be the center of this signature. She's turned it into a pocket with some punches and some little sewn on bird punches. How cool are those? 2 what look like postcards go into this envelope here. And it's got such a great feel to it. I think it might have been an envelope to somebody somewhere. It's just very neat. So it was a good use of it. More journaling space, and this one's a tuck spot. Own your dreams. card out of book page and pattern paper, collaged. So 2 journaling cards tucked back here. And more journaling space. Then we've got this altered tag with the guy on it, the steampunk guy. We've got some ribbon or trim, vintage trim here. I'm sorry, I keep moving, you guys. I didn't mean to. A postcard, and then we've got this sheet here, which is like a ledger sheet, tea-dyed and inked, beautifully done. Slides right into there. Everything in this book suggests vintage and older and old world and just mysterious. Oh, see, so she does have one of these little clocks she added, actually. And that lace. You know what? Actually, I think this one here was made out of everything that I had given her. Because I did swap with her one time. And this pocket looks like a pocket I gave her. And that's Escape the Ordinary. So perhaps she used the pocket I gave her. How clever! So anyway, yeah, because this is the book. Okay, so this is the library card I stamped onto that. And that's my stamp. And Escape the Ordinary. And then that's a tag I made. And she turned it into a pocket and tuck spot. This is one of the little extras I made her. And then this one is hers. How cool is that? She used stuff I've given her in one of my journals. How neat. I do love that. Then on this, it's a patterned, gift bag with a postcard in it, tucked in. And more journaling page. This is fresh music paper. Journaling page, fresh music paper again. We are the dreamers of dreams. Journaling space. Here's the back of that bag, and she has cut this section and punched it, and then she's kind of decorated this lace here and that vintage looking luggage. Embellished journal card. And then this is brown paper bag that's been stamped on, tea-dyed, inked, distressed, and she went ahead and sewed this cute little trim onto it. So that's kind of a neat idea if you think about it. It's a brown paper bag. They have a great texture. It's interesting, material to use. So perhaps maybe when I go to Aldi's, I will be getting brown paper bags, so I have some more material to work with, especially on things that are vintagey, because just that paper itself is very clever, and it's a very clever use of it. And that's the end of the signature. Here's the final signature. It opens up. Be a tuck or journal space. With this one is journaling space, a little lace. And then more journaling space. This one has a stamp here. If at first an idea isn't absurd, there is no hope for it. Albert Einstein. Ledger paper, and she's kind of Mod Podged this very thin, I'm not sure if it was a napkin or what have you, with the hot air balloons onto this ledger. And then tea-dyed more, and then this is the center of the signature, which is a little tiny journaling extra space. Steampunk, it is a tag. You can remove it and journal on the back of it, but it also creates a pocket. It's got this little girl with the wings attached. All good things are wild and free. Oh, isn't that the truth? Flip that page there. More journaling space. And then on this last page here, she's got some vintage lace trim. And then we've got this little hot air balloon. It's a collaged large pocket in the back, tall pocket. It's actually a tuck, so it's a slide-in tuck. And this beautiful tag here, collaged. It's very beautifully inked. It says Dreamer, and it's got the cogs and the gears and the clock. Own your dreams. And then it's got a flourish stamp in the back. And so that is her book. This is the book that she created that I received. I do adore this book immensely. It looks so, so well put together. Look at that, though. Isn't that neat? I do love that. This is probably one of my favorites. I really adore it. I love hot air balloons, so that alone got me. But it's just got some real vintage, real old world feel to it. So I really love this book. But anyway, go ahead and send me a comment or whatever. I love to hear back from you. And until next time, keep on crafting.